play West Coast in Perth with the likelihood of potentially heading back there for a preliminary final as well. It's going to be tough. Let's take a look at how the qualifying final against the Eagles played out.
The finals could not have started worse for Hawthorn as West Coast came out firing in front of a fanatical home crowd to record a stunning 32-point qualifying final win.
Oh, again cut off. Birchall, surely a goal. Hill's got it. They have. Gets the first.
McAvoy's in front. Sinclair over the top one at Shuey. Can't find a way through in the grasp. Got the hand pass away. Hutchings inside the forward 50. Nobody behind this pair. Knowing that, Yeo knocks it goalward. Stays brilliantly on his feet. Wonderful balance. Wonderful goal.
Going into the game without Matthew Priddis didn't faze the Eagles, who applied pressure all over the ground to strangle Hawthorn's ball movement and create turnover opportunities.
Up by Gunston, he was thrown down. Quick kick Shields, Ellis in the opposite direction. Now it's open for the Eagles. Hutchings, Darling, the two West Perth teammates through midfield, three of them. LaCroix, the Falcons on the roll. Got towards the pocket, Kennedy, and Kennedy's marked. 50 metres out. Huge kick for two clubs. Kennedy, he's got on to it. It's through. He's got three.
The home side had 10 more inside 50s and took 17 marks to 10 inside the forward arc.
LaCroix's got a marker in the pocket, so he's reading it so well here, LaCroix. But from what we've seen so far, this is an impossible pocket to kick a goal from. Well, until now, there you go. Fifth time lucky, gets his second.
Making a bad night worse for Hawthorn was an ankle injury to Jack Gunston that threatened to end his season early.
Twisted knee, yeah, a bit of everything there.
The Hawks left Western Australia knowing they would need to get over Adelaide in Melbourne, then Fremantle in Perth just to reach the grand final.
Yeah, 32-point loss against West Coast in Perth qualifying final. Had many people, Brownie, just questioning whether or not Hawthorn could play another 2 weeks and make their way into another grand final.
Oh, it was one of their biggest losses for the year, and they really got exposed over there in Perth. All of the forwards contributed for West Coast Eagles. You know, they didn't just rely on one, but Kennedy and Darling and LaCroix and Hill and Cripps, they all bobbed up. Not many players played well on that given night, did they?
No, I think we had a pretty off night that night. Got down there, it was wet, a bit drizzly that night before. Yeah, a bit fumbly early, and yeah, West Coast really came to play and put us on the back foot, and yeah, we didn't handle it that well. It
was un-Hawthorn-like, wasn't it? You know, we've spoken about throughout the season their unsociable brand of football, and you know, I didn't think they came out and played with that aggression that they usually do. And I must admit, from there, I thought if they lose this game to the Eagles, that's going to make it very, very hard for them to win the premiership.
I think many people in the broader footballing community thought that Hawthorn, it was going to be tough to make their way into another grand final. They had a couple of finals to win in order to do that, though. But what was the main message from Alistair post-game?
I think post-game is more about the off-the-ball stuff, just setting up right behind the football, the structures, because we're a bit off. Usually that's what our strengths are, the communication between blokes that have been around for each other for many years now, so they all know each other's strengths and weaknesses and, you know, where to stand and everything like that, and just wasn't really on that night, and we're a bit off. So it was pretty easy to fix, and yeah, we had a good chat with Clark on the team meeting next week, and yeah, we rectified that and did well against Adelaide.
Losing Jack Gunston late in that last quarter as well just compounded the loss. You would have spoken to him after the game. Did he think that his season was maybe over?
It was touch and go, I think, mate. I think he had syndesmosis of the ankle, so it's generally a 3 to 5 week injury. So we knew if we were going to make a grand final, he's probably right to play. It would have been touch and go, but so for prelim, he's pretty close, but just didn't make it. So yeah, he's pretty flat about it. But you know, it's footy, you get injuries.
It's a hostile environment, WA, especially when West Coast are up and playing well.
Oh, definitely. Especially early, they got on top of us, kicked the first few goals, and the crowd over there is is next level. I think coming to the G, you know, you get probably a bit of both supporters, but at West Coast, it's all their supporters, so it's very loud.
Well, Hawthorn's qualifying loss had many of the footballing experts asking whether or not the era was coming to an end. Meanwhile, a rampant Adelaide threatened to send Hawthorn out of the finals in straight sets after overcoming a determined Western Bulldog outfit a week earlier. Let's have a look at how this one played out against the Crows.